You heard me, eh? Hello. Okay, I'm testing Restream, so I'm streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. I want to see how everything feels. Uh, I'm amazed that this is streaming in Full HD. I didn't expect this to be in Full HD. So that's good news. And you can see both chats. Maybe I should remove. I'm a little bit occluding the distracting. No, maybe I don't know. This is updated. Okay. Let me know if you. I think it's pretty okay. And I'm gonna update the code. 1 second. Okay, that should be. Where the hell are you? Properties? Yeah. Okay. Oh damn, I broke it. I broke it? I need to type something to test it. Hello. Because now I broke it. Man, it was working. And now I broke it forever. Okay, sorry, I'm testing the rest stream. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. I got the chat, then disappeared, and I got a tree in my hair. Yes, because I'm doing facial animation now. Facial capture. So my bird and everything, I look more decent. Maybe not. I did this by my own. So music, lower. I hate that I lost the chat, and that makes me very, very sad because it was working before. Let's try that again. Where the browser source? Yes, add source, new source, and the code. Yeah, yes. But the chat is not. Oh, the chat appears. Okay, okay. At least this is working. Maybe quite big. Okay. Whatever. Maybe here in the bottom, right, left? I don't know. Remove this shit. Maybe here. Okay, whatever. I don't wanna touch anything. Sweet. Sorry about that. And that should be better sound, correct? All good now? Running? Oh my god, that was... Oh, okay, so about blending from montage to blend space to montage. What is your current situation, or do you have any specific problem? Usually, what I do sometimes, our animation blueprint is very simple, just beforehand. But sometimes it's interesting to go through different stages. And one tiny tip is on the anim graph. On the state machine, I guess it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you do this kind of from montage to blend space. So when you finish the montage animation of something specific with root motion or something, you have problems in the transition, because by default the blending is great in Unreal Engine, and you have different curves where you can blend by default, and also you have all these options here, but in the same way inside the montage. So if I know what is the specific problem, I can try to help you. Otherwise, if you want real motion matching, you have a Motion Symphony, I think it's named. Turning 90, 180 using a montage and in root motion. Then blending into a blend space. Okay. Turning 90, 100 using a montage anim. Is a player running that turns. Then blending into blend space. The blend space, I guess, is because it's running, and the 900, 180 is a root. Oh, wow. Okay, you are trying to do, yeah, motion matching, right? Like a Ubisoft level. Because otherwise, I don't see why to use. Yeah. Well, I guess. Oh, but from I guess you know about the tracking, no? About this. I'm gonna show you. I guess you know. let me see to any animation of a blend space run. Okay, not this one. Let me see. I need to find, because I got a lot of old animations here, so I need to find the new ones. This is the old character, by the way, the very old character. Very funny to see him here. Okay, for example, this. You know about the notifies markers, right? This is what is gonna synchronize all your animations all together. And that's it gonna help you with the speed. But this is for blend spaces. From montage to blend space, I'm not sure if the markers are gonna help you on this. What you can do, however, is to send from the montage the order of when to go to the blend space and the other way around. You know what I mean? If you have, imagine this is a montage and you want to match, you go, for example, let's say, to be honest, look, this is a montage. No, it's not a montage. You know, this sprint I do sometimes. You saw that sprint there. That comes with a specific, not montage, but animation looped with no root motion. Only when I go fast, like that. Yeah. Yeah. But otherwise, what you can do is from the montage that you are playing, you can fire a notify that is gonna switch on a boolean or switch on an event in the animation blueprint. Rare Bird Games, what are your thoughts on the same field horror game? Let me put the music lower, it's making me crazy, man. Hello world. What are your thoughts on the same field horror game coming out next year? I don't even know this game, unless I'm living in another world. I didn't know about this. I will check it out, but just the capture looks like fucking crazy. This is Akira? Okay, I will check it out. Okay. And how did you go about solving the headless shadow? This thing? I mean, this is just the body. You mean this? This is a metahuman head that you can see in the... it looks complex 3D. Definitely, in my case, because we are doing multiplayer, we avoid as much as we can root motion, unless it's gameplay related. But for all what is running, turning around, all the stuff, I prefer to do blend spaces. And anyway, if it's not a blend space, it's just a tiny rule that, depending on the speed, it just does a tiny animation, and then I can just calculate how much time has been playing this to jump to the next blend space. But I try to avoid as much as I can root motion for runnings, loops and stuff, even for transitions that you can use root motion, of course. Have a look how they did it with the advanced motion from Epic Games, but I'm not sure on that matter how to synchronize the speed of the the montage. That's the thing, that's the big difference from a montage to a blend space. But the montage has a neutral speed, is whatever it's doing, right? So you can just fire a notify to change the slot or to do whatever, an alpha, in the moment you want to synchronize that manually. What I mean is, the speed of a montage is not defined by anything, right? While maybe the speed of the blend space is defined by something. I read that montage should be used for multiplayer if using root motion for a one-off anim. We use only montage for attack animations, blocking animations, but for running loops, idles, all this stuff is better to avoid root motion, because root motion implies to double check on the server all the time where you are, and how root motion works in multiplayer is already defined. He knows, the server knows when you start and when you end, but the server doesn't know what happens in the middle, to avoid a lot of package data. So if you have changes in the root motion, it's very dangerous, for example, to do run loops with root motion that you can do, like a Ubisoft style, but in multiplayer it's gonna be a pain in the ass, unless there are advanced techniques that I'm not aware of. But for sure, root motion, we got problems actually, even not for running loops, more like attacks. Like sometimes the root motion gets delayed or something like that. The server needs to correct, because maybe there was another character that stomped on the front of the root motion, and that is in the middle of a root motion, and that needs to be corrected, and that can create a little bit of a lag and a very uncomfortable visual there. Any plans for vehicles? I never did vehicles, never. So yeah, no idea. Hey Naya, what's up? Yeah, I have a separated mesh, which is, I can show you. Actually, I need to fix something, because I remember, and that's a good call, the head didn't have eyebrows, and that's a bug that it didn't happen before. So let's see what is going on with Demian, because so it has eyebrows. The problem is, by the way, forget this, because this is just okay, so why sometimes I don't see the eyebrows? It could be connected. I have a theory, and the theory is you see, no eyebrows, no eyebrows, eyebrows, no eyebrows, eyebrows, no eyebrows, eyebrows, no okay, so the problem is that depending on the LOD I'm using, we can see what is going on actually. Let's play. Let me know if you have lags or something. So yeah, this guy now has no eyebrows. So this could be for different reasons. It's new, I didn't have this problem before. So welcome to the craziness of fixing one bug and breaking 10 things. Why? Okay. 1 second, Oh man. Actually, it's not a LOD of the face, so the face is not driven. This is actually the hair, and that's the LOD sync. You can see there the change. But it's very strange that there is no LOD in this level. It's something new I didn't have before. So, and let's see what this is. What is this? Okay. So this could be, I need to find a better way of reading the chat from every place. I guess I can go here, because I have also, I'm streaming on Twitch as well. So I can go, 1 second guys. It was a big while without using Restream, so I'm trying to get used to everything. Okay, I can see it here. Okay, I see. Do you use in place for your running? Yes. If so, when you play your montage for an attack, you must blend back into the blend space too. Yeah, but that's automatically in the blend out on the montage. So yeah, when I do this, for example, this is in place. Let me just buy the weapons because otherwise. So I'm gonna buy this. So this is a montage, and then you can see there, depending on the speed, it's gonna blend in one way or the other. But if I do this, that's a blend space again. It goes very fast because I want the game to be snappy, but this change that it looks like fucking fast, it can be way slower. Like this is for example a montage, and this is a blend space. Montage, blend space. So the only thing that I do there is a little bit of in between. That's kind of extra motion there, and you can see there how, you know, it's montage, blend, montage, single animation, blend space, montage, single animation, blend space, montage, single animation, blend space. This is montage. Yeah, there you can see a little bit of but that's because the data that is in the input. Blend space, montage, blend space. This is, don't get confused about this. This is just because I connected bad the speed. Blend space, montage, blend space, montage. So you can see that Unreal Engine does a pretty good job between montage and blend space. So you have a problem, check how the root motion looks and if the direction makes sense. Maybe the problem, remember, one important thing, and this is very important, I know you know, in the last moment of a blend, of a montage, make sure that, let me just go to a montage. Animation, actually, with a gun. Well, the problem is you're not gonna see all the things because let me just go to the animation instead. Just keep an eye that the mesh, the heap is on top of the mesh, and this is not happening at all when you blend space, because otherwise you are gonna see a correction there and that's gonna look weird. So whatever you end up, the only thing that needs to move is just this. I guess this is like a, I know that you know, but just in case, because I saw some animations out there of people that was doing game development, and I saw like why the heap is moving. The heap is only moving like this. Maybe a little bit of change, a back and forth, but never in this direction. Never with root motion. Root motion is because the heap, X and Y, is transferred to the root. But yeah, just keep in mind that, and also keep in mind that the root is actually pointing the place you want to point. So this is exactly the front, and when you fight, you know that the blend space is gonna also match this Y here. Apart of that, I don't have more takeaways unless you want to go to a higher level, which means motion matching, and that's a high-end technology that is based in algorithms by Pose. You can see a little bit of that technology, for example, in KineFX of Houdini, or you can see that technology obviously in every single demo of Ubisoft in how they do motion matching, both with root motion and just in place. But if something is not working, I would have a look because it should work. When it blends into the blend space, it does a double left or right step. Try to cut manually the clip. I think sometimes rather than working in the logic, changing the clip in the montage when it ends can help you a lot, I believe. Because in my case I got a problem with the left clip, but this is because I didn't pay too much attention to blend space like this. But this is not even the montage, this is just the clip is shit. I need to change them. But if, for example, I do this running and I do this, I don't have any problem. So it is very simple. I'm not doing anything crazy at all. It just should work. Because at the end of the day, remember, root motion, there is nothing more than this sphere using either character movement component or the curve of me dodging. But you see that the transition is very smooth. So I would check the clip. And then, yes, of course, when you do the blend space transition, you can check also in the montage anything related with this. Blend out, blend in, okay. As you can see, my blend out is very, very low. I can just put a little bit more, to be honest. But this is because I'm doing combos and I want the combos to snap very fast. I'm playing around with this. But obviously this is not gonna change where the clip is placed. It's gonna just try to blend better. But yeah, apart of that, that's all I can tell you. Unless I can see the specific sample, yeah. Okay, back to this guy eyebrows. So eyebrows disappear there. Let's go to the LOD sync. And let's see what we got here. Actually, I'm wondering if this is happening only... Sorry, 3Dev, I would like to help you more, but I'm a little bit like limited in that matter. If I see the example, or you have, I don't know if you have me on Discord, any Discord, you can send me the, I'm curious to see if it's a problem of the clip or the logic. It shouldn't be a problem of the logic because Unreal Engine is ready to do these transitions smoothly. So the double, if you have, for example, a double left leg, maybe you need to cut one left step or to add an extra right step or something like that. Oh, I'm forcing LODs. No, I'm not forcing LODs, but what the hell is the LOD of the eyebrows? Let's see what we got in the eyebrows. I think I lost the eyebrows. The eyebrows are in the floor. No, the eyebrows are okay, but let's see. Hello, eyebrow. Can you show me? Okay, I don't have LODs for eyebrows. That's lost. It happens sometimes. No, I mean, it shouldn't happen, but it happens. So for some reason I don't have LOD. Oh, I have LOD 1, but I don't have any lower LODs. So I don't have card LODs. That's sad. That's sad. But let's assume it. This is what it is right now. What about the hair? What is the LOD 2? Horrible, right? It's bold. This LOD, I mean, this is new to me. Okay, so sadly, until I fix that problem with the hair, and I don't know why this is happening. This is completely new. It didn't happen before. I'm gonna force the LOD to 1. So now that should fix the problem. Did you ever face with a problem where line traces misses the mesh time to time? No. Is multiplayer or single player? What kind of collision? Complex collision, simple collision, channel? What is the... Try to isolate the problem in very specific scenarios. That's a kind of process I always do. But definitely I don't remember that having this kind of headaches of line traces not hitting something. Okay, so the head is fixed now. The only problem is that I'm not optimizing the game now. But at least it's fixed. And by the way, I also... Okay, so now I need to apply all the meshes to the different abilities. I'm gonna... Actually, what about... Chris doesn't have the face yet. He has the helmet. But this should work. Okay. So I can close this safely, more or less, somehow. Single player checked every collision, reimported the mesh, removed and recreated collisions. Weird. Now I'm using a sphere because it was wider detection. Don't miss the target. And you are colliding, I guess, a character in the physical bodies, the pawn. It shouldn't miss. If misses, could be because maybe it's hitting something earlier, for example, the owning player, or, you know, filter the line traces, filter what can trace a line and what not, so you can just isolate exactly what you want to hit. It shouldn't fail, It shouldn't fail. I never had this problem of something like fails. A line trace is very cheap. It's one of the cheapest things you can do in a game. Line tracing is super simple. A sphere is cheap. It's just a little bit more expensive, but just by a fraction. We were discussing about this like geek conversation with one of the developers. I think there was a video of someone line tracing 3000 rays on tick, and it was holding. So line trace is very cheap, very cheap. You know, you can do lots of line tracing for detecting when the character needs to go crouching, detecting what is that ledge, detecting distances, detecting border, whatever you want. You can just put like whiskers, like the classic robotics, and it's kind of safe to do that. Not like a big deal. Okay, let's keep going. So I need to put all the meshes for the abilities. So let's go to abilities, gun generic, subclasses. I started with the smasher. So I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna open the next ability and I'm gonna paste this mesh. Man, this bug, I hate this bug in Unreal Engine. It's like it loses this. I hate it. So annoying, man. So annoying. Okay, so this one. Then the normal rifle. Okay, so I got more or less weapons for all of them. And then I should do the same. I'm gonna change this later, but let's imagine, for example, as an exercise, I'm gonna take the weapon of the, let's say, this. I can put this one. Actually, yeah, I mean, nah, fuck it. It's wasting the time. So, let's go to the Sinner. I'm gonna take this. Okay. Oh, but I can't edit skeletal meshes. That's a shame. That's a shame. I guess I can't, correct? I can't. I can't. Ah, shame. Okay, whatever. Yes, I'm using nanite. Not all the time. I mean, we are in very in early stage. That's something that is gonna happen in the future. But yeah, we are using nanite. I've been testing nanite with even hierarchical instance meshes. It worked pretty well. I mean, this setup, for example, I don't know where even I have it, to be honest. But yeah, we are using nanite. Not in these levels, but in others, like characters. No, sorry. Levels. New World 2, New World 1. And World Partition. But I think this can lead to a crash that I don't care, but it can be a crash. Yeah. Oh wow, I'm impressed. So yeah, this is all nanite for this testing specifically. But this is just a kind of arena to test the combat. Actually, it can be cool. I like this setup more to put something here. Like now I can put these abilities. I'm gonna finish with the biosword here. I'm gonna put the... but this is a sword, man. What is the name? Glimmer. Okay. And then now I'm gonna open the other level because I got the things more organized there. The New World. Amazing game, by the way. We were playing this weekend. I'm very excited. New World. Okay, so now let me see. We got the meshes. So I can take, for example, this rifle, and then I got this equipped. Correct? And then I can take more money. You're gonna die. And then I can take more money. And then I can take, for example, the biosword. And then if I change, I got the biosword as well. If now I want to buy something new, it's gonna tell me range ability. Sorry for the typo. Range ability, not ability. Someone heard me. And if I want to buy more of this, I can't neither. The only problem... Okay, this sword is not killing. As you can see, it doesn't kill, and it's because I didn't put the parameters yet. Okay, I want to know also if you feel the stream laggy when I play in full screen. I always ask that because sometimes... Oh my god, okay, let's ban. Become famous. No, thank you. Okay, bye. Sweet. Yeah, for sure, I can do that. CRETE Dev. It's a biopunk cooperative tactical video game, and it's based in humanity coming back of what they think is a twin Earth, but actually they find ancestors where they look pretty similar to them, and they discover that while they were apparently very calm creatures, at some point the ancestors tried to wipe out the colony of the humans in Kepler 0. They discover that maybe the only way to fight them is to use their DNA and become exactly them. And that's the entire idea. To defeat the enemy, they need to be exactly like the enemy, losing the sense of any kind of war or civil war between two species. Because if at the other day you completely mirror exactly, with including in a biological way with the DNA, what they are, means that what is the point of defending yourself if you are becoming them? So yeah, it's a biopunk story of merging transhumanism, the limits of what we are as humans, not just by cybernetics, like it could be cyberpunk, but by biogenetics, which is biopunk. So it's a biopunk story. It's a biopunk story that talks about the limits of what we are as a humans in a different planet. And the ancestors, very interesting creatures that obviously that's the part I can't spoil. Do you face major problems with Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine 5? I mean, not right now. Most of the problems we got is in our side. This is in our side, just, you know, bad coding practices on my side or bugs. But Unreal Engine 5, the only major problem you are gonna notice is chaos. Because it's not very good in performance, and because it's buggy sometimes, and you can find very weird situations. Like for example, I need to remove chaos in the drops. These guys, these DNA spheres, they were chaos in the very first second, and then they just went dead. But sometimes they just go through the meshes, sometimes they appear in weird places, sometimes they were not replicated properly in multiplayer. So I'm trying to avoid chaos. The only thing I'm using chaos right now is for the ragdolls. And it is true that sometimes it's really cool, but yeah, it's something that obviously they are gonna iterate more, and for Unreal Engine 5 release, I'm pretty sure chaos is gonna be in a good state. But right now it's a little bit buggy. The other problem I'm having is with wall partition. Sometimes I got strange crashes related with unloaded objects, or sometimes some ghost objects reappear after opening the Unreal Engine when you deleted maybe, you know, assets, and then you reopen and these assets are still there, unloaded, and you can't delete them. Sometimes foliage, depending on where you paint, in the world partition starts to not belonging to any kind of section, so they become in no man's land. Things like that happens with world partition. It's normal because world partition is a pretty ambitious system, and obviously foliage is also a pretty ambitious system inherited by Unreal Engine 4, and both things together are not yet gonna be perfect. So foliage plus world partition, sometimes you find this kind of problems on some specific assets are not well connected. Apart of that, great. I mean, Nanite, great. You need to think, if you use Nanite, you need to think how you are using Nanite, because keep in mind that Even if I think I'm not having a night here, maybe. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm using only in some pieces here and there. Very simple, because they are very low poly. That you need proper proxies for the assets if they are touching the floor, because what you don't, what they don't talk too much is Nanite is great when you have very flat surfaces and you are not gonna step over those surfaces, but in the moment you have rocky areas, landscapes, flat, like terraces and that stuff, you need to create proper proxy geometry. Otherwise, it's gonna be very expensive to calculate collisions and to calculate navigation meshes. But if you do a very let's say optimized proxy, you will find geometry going through. So that's the only problem, that if there is kind of bumps and things like that, then you will need to have higher proxies, and that's very expensive. And if you do it the other way around, you're gonna see your character going through some meshes of nanite, So apart of that, everything is great. It's good to refactor. Yeah. Refactoring feels like when you don't know what to do, you try to refactor something, and it's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Yesterday I refactored the DNA currency, and it's always like that. It reminds me a lot, coming from VFX, how I worked in the Cito Juna or Summer. I got a first version of the entire movie, maybe like in 2 years. That's a lot of time, but to me 2 years or 5 years is nothing. So I got a first version of the movie 2 years, and then you revisit shots to improve the shots. So the theory is to finish first and to improve later. So you can always have a block of things working. For example, I want to finish this system where you can buy your weapons, start your run with a second player, and kill ancestors, opening doors, and call a level done, even if it's very, very early. Now, once that is done, okay, let's make let's refactor the entire behavior tree, or let's refactor how the system of DNA works, all that stuff. So yeah. Well, thank you for your detailed answer. Really draw the picture. Nice. Are you using Unreal Engine main or Unreal Engine? No, it's not main. I don't have that access. I have access to the MetaHuman people and that stuff, but not to the really core of Epic, like Unreal Engine 5 branches. However, to be honest, that doesn't even exist unless in our knowledge, because if you want to be actually in the latest build, you can go to GitHub, and then they are always publishing branches, so you can build from the source the latest of the latest. I'm lazy to build from the source. I could do it, but I'm lazy. I'm happy with this, but I'm pretty sure they have, if you go to GitHub in Unreal Engine 5, you can see maybe some extra builds in a branch with some bug fixes or hot fixes of things I'm having right now, and you can just build from the source. Nothing stops you to try it and to build from the source. I mean, Epic has made something quite interesting, not just with the release of Unreal Engine 5, but just we can read the source code and we can see how Nanite works in the code, and we can see how Lumen works in the code. So that's beautiful if anyone has curiosity. Oh, I see. Okay. No, this is the one from the launcher. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's the one from the launcher. It's the patch or the update 2 or whatever is the name. The latest update 2. Yeah. Okay. What was the plan? I forgot the plan. No, the plan was to... oh, yeah, one of the weapons don't kill, no? One of the weapons is harmless. And I think it's this one. And that's because I need to say how much damage, not here, but in the ability. Ha, 0 damage. No, 5. And the other one, I think, creates... this one creates 10, no? 15. Oh, that's very powerful. Okay. Correct. Fine. So I think that's done. The only problem I'm seeing is are in some specific abilities. For example, when I do the breaker ability, one second, bear with my chaos, because I'm seeing that by default you do an ability and automatically applies the latest weapon you had, you've been using. If it was the gun, applies the gun back. If it was the melee or the sword, applies the sword back after a special ability. The problem is right now is applying, this is the problem. It's applying a generic ability. I need to do something here once the ability is commit. Some extra code, not very complicated, but you know, like I need to get ability melee active and range active. And these two guys actually, why not taking, I can go here. Oh. Wow. Let me see. Okay. So we got this. And we got this. And we can put this piece of code here. So if it's the melee, the other way around, don't mess it up. It's gonna take the melee active. Actually is a little bit more complex, because I'm gonna tell you why. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see what happens. I'm not gonna have any melee or any ability at all. I'm gonna do this ability and then I'm gonna finish the ability. Yeah, you see? Now I have a weapon there. But the question is, maybe rather than fixing this here, checking if you have that or not, I think it's because by default I'm applying an ability, and that ability shouldn't be in the character by default. I'm just trying to turning back features to test that shouldn't be now there. So if I go to the parent, let's see what is in the melee. But nothing is active here. So when I do the breaker, it's very interesting. Let me see if this is the ability I'm using actually, because sometimes I just start debugging what is not. Yes, it is. And let's put this in a clear yellow or whatever, or red. I don't care. Crash? This is a very strange crash, man. What the hell is that stupid crash? Is the streaming going? Oh no, it's not a crash. Fuck. I don't know what was that. I think it was a crash because I stopped listening the GPU working. I get paranoid. So the question is, I think, yeah. One of the things I notice is when cast to something is used in a loop, it can be done once before a loop and reusing the loop. Yeah, I mean, this is not a loop. This is just something that happens there, so it doesn't have any reference. But if you are doing a loop, you can have the reference. So then what you can do here is to convert to validate get, and if it's not valid and you really need it, you can cast again. But if it's valid, don't cast again because you have the reference already here. So you are looping and you are not recasting. You should avoid casting a loop. You have the reference. That's all you need. In fact, the cleanest way to do this is having a reference in the moment you spawn something. And I put the example with projectiles to know what is the owner. You don't cast the owner. You just put in a spawn and you send the reference as much as you can. Like for example here in C++, here you can see we are casting here our reference, and that reference go through the entire process until reaches the other actor, and the other actor is not gonna recast again. So you only cast one time, and that's pretty much it. And then you can just pass that reference, save that reference forever, reuse that. It's just a message. You don't want to rewrite the message. It's consider casting like buying the paper and the pen and writing the letter, to have the letter and pass the letter to each other, and you can freely multiply the letter to many places. If you can avoid to rewrite the letter, just move the letter around, send the letter to other actor, use the letter here, try to avoid that. Check if the letter is broken or not. That's the validate get. If the letter is broken, okay, let's rewrite the letter. But if it's not broken, if you do this and you get like this, and let's say that, for example, imagine that I'm buying something in the last moment, and the character bought it is killed. So in that case, don't spend the money, because you can't even send this. Imagine that I'm killed between I press click to buy and all this process, which is a fraction of a fraction, but in that moment I'm killed. So in that case, only do this if it's valid. If it's not valid, I don't need to, different case, but sometimes if you are in a loop and you are shooting, you want to cast only if it's not valid, this. No, it's okay. I'm not. I'm always distracted by myself, so no worries at all. Do you consider yourself a programmer or designer? I see myself as a designer, but doing a lot of programming work as I have to. My recommendation: consider yourself whatever you want, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm a director. I'm a director. I'm a game designer. I'm a game designer. I'm an art director. I'm an art director. I'm a piece of shit when I don't do anything good. I'm a piece of shit when I don't do anything good. I'm whatever. This kind of fever of titles is quite old. Right now, myself, sometimes I prefer to do cinematography, sometimes I prefer to do hardcore programming, even in C++, I'm trying to catch up with that. Sometimes I just like to design music as well, and I'm not per se a traditional musician. So what do you enjoy the most? You know how you become a director? When someone asks what you are, I'm a director. In that moment you are a director already. In the moment you claim you are. Now the question is, if people consider you are good, okay. If people consider you are rubbish, you need to accept that reality. So I accept that in many cases I was rubbish in some areas, and maybe I claim myself, I know how to do this. It's like, well, this is crap. Okay, fine. I'm a shitty director, or I'm a shitty designer, or I'm a shitty animator. Okay, I need to learn, or I need to find something I can enjoy, and I can put more time and be better. But in the moment you design something, you can tell yourself you're a designer. In the moment you you know, whatever. You run the first time in the morning, you are a runner. Are you a professional Olympic Games runner? Maybe not, but who knows? You need to start with something. So don't get quite into it, you are designer or not, because the title fever is dangerous sometimes in the industry. I was not doing games 2 years ago. I was doing purely VFX, hardcore VFX, Tecito Yuna, working as crowd artist at that moment 2 years ago, Tecito Yuna, before crowd artist at ILM, purely crowds, later DNEC, virtual production, real time, layout. I was not even thinking about doing a game. And then one day, hey, I've been using Unreal for a while. I know about game design. I want to try by my own. I'm gonna put my time, a lot of time, into blueprints, into game ability system, into how the core of Unreal works. And now I'm designing a game with, you know, the experience of me trying to convince to myself that you can do whatever the fuck you want. And the beauty of these softwares is like they allow you to pivot and to do a transition from one area to the other. So yeah, by the way, I should talk more like this because that helps me to organize blueprints in a subconscious level. It's the only thing I can do while I talk. I can talk and organize blueprints. I think it's the only thing I'm able to do. Otherwise, yeah. But yeah, I mean, do whatever you enjoy the most and try to do a good project. At the end of the day, people don't give a fuck where you come from, what is your background, where you studied. People want to see what do you do, how can I enjoy your ideas, what is your world about. Make me cry, make me laugh, make me to feel happy, to feel sad, give me emotions. I mean, we are here for living emotions, and if you are someone that, you know, one of our developers was an architect and now became more like a guy from virtual production and is enjoying a fucking lot, because at the end of the day, we don't care about the background, we care about what you have to offer to the other humans, and that's what we value the most. Many artists I met, they don't have a specific background, they just become something because they love it, and then in that moment is when they are the fucking best, because they do what they want to do, and you can feel that a lot. I felt sad in many companies seeing people doing VFX and movies not feeling real fucking passion for that, just because they were kind of good, because they were then like 10 years, but then you ask them, do you have personal projects, do you have a short film, do you have an idea? It's like, no, well, I work 9 to 8, they overtime sometimes, all this stuff, but only for the companies. And it's like, dude, you know, what is your passion, what is your heart, what is your fucking fire inside you that is gonna burn the entire world with your fucking ideas that no one else have, you know? That's the spirit. Like, I have something special, no one has. That's why I don't have any problem about telling my ideas, because if someone tries to copy my ideas, be my guest. I don't even understand myself. So it's a fucking trap. It's a fucking trap. This was a completely diverted rant about, if you have a fucking idea, protect that idea like gold, like the most valuable thing you have, most valuable that any job, any salary, any successful project that they want you to join or something like that. Protect your own fucking idea, because there is only one life, at least proved by science. So keep that very safe and try to fit that with love, sharing with other people, trying to make people be part of that idea, trying to sell their passion, the passion of the idea. Because I tell you what, most of the people, obviously, that they are working on CRETE, they are inspired by the project, okay? I know, at some point, some of these people in this project, they are gonna come up with an idea, a beautiful idea. And at that moment, I want to be part of their ideas as well. So it's a way of collaborating to each other. And that's why I prefer people that they come to me like, hey, I like your idea, I want to work with you. Because when someone talks with you like, I like what you are doing, it is because they are already putting some seeds. of what is gonna be in their site as well. At some point they are gonna come up with something, and that's already happening with some of them. So yeah. Okay, that's it. Stop. I get very emotional with ideas, man. I think the world needs more than Avengers and Spider-Mans and Star Wars and Game of Thrones. I think there are many things yet to be told, and we need to open the doors as much as we can. And if it's not me, anyone trying to get the fucking ideas out, you are a fucking game designer, do a fucking amazing game. How many facts I can say without being banned in on YouTube? How many facts? I don't know the number. 10? 20? Anyway. How organized are my blueprints now? Huh? Super organized. You see? Pure order. Pure order. This is a pleasure to see this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful design. Look at this design. I'm a game designer. You see? Look at this one. Go up. No, it goes down. No, it goes down. But it's beautifully designed. This one, mixed. So beautifully designed. Anyway, that's it. CRETE team is from, again, I always say the same because we are moving around. So peak, we are 8, 10 minimum, myself, most of the cases 2, 3, 4, more or less, depending on. I see now Jay Elborne connected, maybe it's on the chat. Hello Jay, maybe. Our modeler started to create, you know that we started with the biopunk totems, and he already started with this. Maybe he kills me to show this in a very early stage, but we are creating the pots for the ancestors, where they just collect the energy, the bioenergy of the planet based on this. And also we have an update of the weapons. I think I already showed some of them. A special mention to the beautiful rocket bio launcher that is gonna open these arms and throw fucking biological bombs like eggs. Like, that's gonna be insane. So we are gonna start modeling these 3 in the bottom: the rifle, shotgun, and kind of rocket grenade launcher somehow. These ones are pretty cool, but I need to just to focus on 3, and then we can still improving. So yeah, and I can't wait to start building the world, just the world, because right now when you see this, it's like yet again another quick sell, you know, checkboard, blah blah blah, boring as hell. I really want to start with the feeling of the universe. But yeah, juicy, a lot of juices. Yeah, a lot of juices. It's gonna be quite not messy, but meshy and fleshy. Okay, what I wanted to do I don't remember. Oh yeah, so I changed. No, what I was doing, man, that. Wait, when I do the ability, I have when I do the ability, I have a gun applied. So I don't have gun. I'm pressing the click. Nothing happens. I do this. Okay, nothing happens. I'm gonna do, for example, this one, and I have a gun. Okay, so why is going? What is happening here? And yes, I was checking the breaker if I'm using. Yes, it is. Okay, thank you for the notice. Let me use the breaker again. Let me read. I see all the. Oh. Actually, maybe let's go to the switcher abilities and let's go to the equip breaker ability and let's see breaker equip effect. Let's see the effect and let's see what is the ability, because surprise, it was the number 1. So we can kill this guy forever and ever, and I don't want to know anything about it. I just want to know everything about the number 2. Because here is where the craziness happens. Where does it happen? I believe... Aha! Ability range active. I already tried. I see. Ability melee. Active in the breaker. So now if I go here and I do the breaker, okay, that's another bug. That's a very strange bug, I have to say. Oh, of course. Of course. Of course. Because there is no equipped weapon. Wow. Wow. That's complicated to fix. Wow, of course. Yeah. I see. Okay, it's not a bug. It's actually, I don't have any other ability, so the only ability that appears is that one. The breaker. I see. But in the moment I have, for example, let's buy a gun. Oh wow, lot of visitors. Let's buy this one. I do the breaker. Correct. But there is a problem. I mean, it's just about the order, because if I do the same thing, I buy this, I equip, I had a weapon, so now I can do this, and this comes back. Yeah, the problem is when I... Okay, it's more or less okay. Those are like very tiny things to fix in the future, not like something very problematic. Because at the end of the day, I think how this is gonna work, until you don't have the 6 abilities selected, you can't start fighting. So it's gonna be a UI. So I'm overthinking too much. I'm overthinking. That's okay. So we got the range ability, we got the melee ability. We need to check. Yeah, I think that's pretty much okay to start testing. Again, now I want to know if we got lag on the string or not, because if we got lag, it's gonna be painful. So I'm gonna open this up. Okay, so we got everything there. Correct. Okay. I'm gonna close all this shit. Oh wow. Give me a second. Thank you. I'm gonna fight you. No worries. Let's go for this one. 1 second. And let's buy 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna buy the sinner. Okay. So I got 2 weapons. It's a little bit laggy. And I don't know exactly why. Wow, that was a double cow. Is it laggy on your side? Or is it smooth? Ooh. Okay, nice, thank you so much. Another bug I found. I wasn't able to equip the finisher. And I do have a finisher. Which is this. So I don't know why. Still smooth, I hope. Okay, I got a bug here. Oh shit. Oh, I know. Okay. I'm stupid. Okay. Look at this. Okay, that's thank you, man. I have a new weapon. Fuck. Okay. I need to I know. Oh, that's annoying, eh? That's annoying pickups. Oh man. Oh whoa. I'm wondering. Wow. Okay, that's dangerous. If that happens in a very uncomfortable area, imagine with an amazing pickup, imagine that. That's why pickups are not gonna be like that. Good night, have a nice one, man. And that's another bug. I see some of these guys bugging a lot. Let me see. I'm wondering if it's... if it's because of the night. Look at that. That's very strange. very strange. Wow. Okay. Things to think and to fix. The first one. The finisher. When I use the finisher, let's start with the tactical. When I use the tactical, same theory here. Let's melee, get active melee. Correct. Finisher, same theory. This is like abilities, special abilities. When they are used, they come back to the normal melee or the normal gun, depending on what you got equipped. So we got the finisher. It could be this. I'm not sure 100%. Hey, Mr. Visual. I didn't check. I got it here. I just tested a bit the camera and the application. I didn't do any AI, any tracking yet. I will do that maybe tomorrow, this weekend. I need to finish a lot of stuff with these blueprints, guys. But for sure, I'm just waiting also to have our customized metahuman face as well to put all together. But I really love the helmet. I'm in love. I love the quality of the camera. I love the infrareds, and I think it's actually the gap I missed in other solutions using this infrared camera, so the lighting quality is not a problem anymore, and the quality of the pixel is better. So, oh shit, most likely tomorrow or this weekend I will use it for sure. Very curious. Okay, so let's keep going with this. Where this is happening. I think it's not here. I think this happens. I'm always confused about this, and this is gonna be here, I think. I was correct. Oh. And I don't like it too much, but ability, what is the name of this? Active melee. Okay. That makes more sense, I hope. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's cheap, but I don't care about the helmet itself. I care about the solver, and to me is one of the best solvers out there of what I saw already in videos, and they look very legit to me. So I'm not gonna do flip-flops. If I want to buy or use a more expensive setup, I can always try to do with ILM or going to those mock-up studios here in London. But for me, at home, I only need to have a good solver and the camera. So that's it. That's all I need. It's a prototype. It's not a product yet. It's still prototyping. They will still improving. I'm pretty sure. So I'm happy so far. And also, yeah, the price is a winner. Just an entire helmet can cost you 10,000, you know, a proper one. So that's perfect to me. Okay, so now I can do this, and when I throw the weapon, nice. Okay, so I can buy Oh, I can buy this. Let's buy the sinner. Thank you. And let's buy, wait, the, oh, hello. So now if I do this, okay, so far it's working. Both weapons are working. Those are good news. And this one is the most powerful weapon I set up. As you can see, if I hit the back, I can't make too much damage, but I'm just breaking the skin, the shield. Shit. But if I hit in the middle, I can kill them in one shot. It's like the headshot doesn't happen in the head. The most fragile part is in the core, in the middle. But in the middle, like there. Oh, that's a bug. That's the thing I need to fix is that shit. Actually, let's test something. It's not happening here, right? It's only happening here. Everything looks correct in both of them. No strange movements. But in the moment, let's go here. Oh man, you are stupid as hell. Okay, so this works. Here there is no strange things in the motion. I think it's only on top of this rock. When they come here, I don't get it. Now it's good. Fuck. Joder, tío. Puto hoyo. Fucking hole. Yeah, some people argue that I should make the AI easier to be tested. Where is the other guy, by the way? There was two guys. Joder, qué hijo de puta. Okay, let's see. I think what is that? Means there is another guy in another place. Oh man. It's strange because that worked, and I don't know. Now I don't have the bug, and the worst thing you can have is a bug that happens sometimes. You see that? That's very strange. Let's try to pull them. Oh. That's an interesting bug as well. More things to test. When the breaker happens, it should create like way more damage. When I do this and they open the core. But apparently didn't. Okay, it's working. What are you doing? You crazy? Okay. I didn't. I felt like was broken, but no, it's working. So the major bug is related with okay, it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. Not just in that rock. Yeah, it's happening everywhere. Wow. I have a theory. Okay. Let's try to put this in other place. For example, here. And let's delete this AI, this AI, this AI, this AI, this AI. And let's put this around here. Something like this. What I want actually is to avoid them to touch any potential geometry inside. So that is bad. I rather prefer to block this area, because one of the things I'm thinking is in the moment they are spawned, well, something like that. I don't know. We can fix it later. I think in the moment they are spawned, they are spawned already broken. So is this broken or not? It looks less broken. That looks pretty decent. Okay, fair. Let me buy. And let's see in the two next ones. Why they are not spawning? That's very strange. I don't get it. Once I kill one, they should spawn more. I don't know why. So the next experiment is gonna be to put this a little bit colliding the floor. So this is gonna help me to know if the problem before was actually collisions in the spawn moment. Okay. Now he has another problem. A different problem. Okay, I'm gonna have a 5 minutes break. I'm gonna be back, yeah, in 5 minutes, as I said. See you in a bit. Back. Yeah, someone asked if I'm using procedural animations for AI or just regular. I mean, it's a mix of different techniques. We got root motion, we got in-place animation, but also we got a little bit of anim blueprints to calculate the head position and things like that. We will do even more in the future with a control rig, like for example full body IK. We got that in the back, but I just removed it for some bugs we got. But yeah, we will implement extra logic, not too crazy, but better to integrate better with environments. Okay, how is the music? Not very loud, I hope. So let's put this. I want to check actually something. Nah, something is going on here, and I'm not sure what. And I think only happens with this guy or around this guy. And it could be as simple as that one of these things are colliding with the. This is just an overlap. It shouldn't create any problems. There's an spawn location, there's an sphere, there's an static mesh, and the static mesh is just using a world static, patrol reference static mesh. I don't know what is this patrol reference. I don't know why I had that there. What are these static meshes? Oh, this is old. Okay. Let's take them. So yeah, I really don't understand why we got this kind of very strange bug. Whatever pronunciation, with the AI on server, on multiplayer, when I put this thing here. Where was it? It was here or here? I don't remember now. It was here, no? Okay. So let's try to play again from here and see what we got. And that hitch there is annoying as hell. Okay, we don't have bugs there. I feel it's a bug when the AI collides in the moment of being spawned. Of not updating the position. Scary, eh? The position properly. It's waiting for me. Because this looks like it's working correctly. No more glitches now. And it's because I moved this house a bit. If that is true, what I can do is to add dummies and test extensively. Like, let's try to put one here, another there, you know, just some of them, not too much. I want to see if it works or not. And a fourth one here around. And the lighting magically change. Why? Who knows? But the lighting has changed. Okay. So let's start from here and let's test everything. He saw me, that's okay. Easy. So this guy is failing again, man. He's failing again. Why? Let's try without these other guys. It doesn't make any sense again. Situations where things don't make sense at all. No, yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy, Sector 0 GP. It's because it's gonna be hardcore. It's not gonna be good to have friends, because you need to play with a friend and it's gonna be hardcore while you play with a friend. So imagine the situation. Both, they need to play well. Now it's easy because I'm testing this shitty AI coming from there, and now works. Wow. Let's wait for other two. What the hell is going on there? Now it doesn't fail. Oh yeah, no, it's failing, it's failing. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna test this in other place. Okay, I see sector. I see. I don't remember what I was doing 15 minutes ago. I was doing that. I was doing another stuff, no? Thank you so much, Sector. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your words. We are working hard. We are working hard. We will have very soon the custom environments and models. And let's take some DNA. What I'm gonna do here is to copy all this and open the other level. If I find it now. I believe is this one. I really need to check what is going on there. So let's try in this other level. Oh yeah, no worries. I can try to answer. I don't know how you see it. I'm using fog for sure. I'm using fog in the environments all the time, yeah. Exponential fog. Okay. Let's try this in this level, just to check if it's a problem with the meshes. I'm not completely sure. Crash. This is oh no, wow. So I'm gonna buy the sinner and the bio. Oh, thank you. Yeah, completely. It's quite atmospheric. Okay, let's see if we got bugs or not. Yeah, man, this is completely new. These bugs are new. Where is all these people coming from? let's try. Okay, first, these guys. What the hell? Okay, but yeah, it is happening in this level as well. What the hell is going on there, man? It's fucking new shit. I don't get it. I'm gonna remove the other enemies just to see if it's... I just don't get it. I don't know what is going on. Let's see if we see that bug. It happens only on spawned enemies. Wow. You saw that guy updating in the video, until I didn't see him, he was not... Wow. What could be this? I think he saw me. Yeah. Okay. Only this one. Only one is making that thing. This means that if I delete this guy, I delete this guy, let's see. I just don't get it. I don't need, yeah, I'm gonna take just something. What the hell? Now it's not happening. By the way, I want to change something in the blind space because it's driving me mad to see how they are sliding. So I'm gonna change the speed of the blind space in the enemy. Very simple, nothing crazy. That should be as simple as going to characters, ancestors, mesh, and here yeah, and also the maximum speed in the vertical axis is gonna be 900. Tiny change. Now let's play this again. Let's try to analyze. Do you know how to fix looming artifacts? Adarsh is asking. Cause when the objects move very quickly. No, I think there's not gonna be a easy fix because it's happening in a screen space, so it's normal that you have a little bit of latency until the updates. No, you need to either not use global illumination in those cases or ray trace, because Lumen maybe you have a way, but it's not that simple. It's not that simple because it's based in a screen space. So the bug is not happening. Well, now I'm bothered by other thing, which is this. Let's put this, and this one like this. I mean, maybe in the future they will try maybe to expose the update rate, but that technology is so unique that changing something can break everything. Now it's working. Now it's working. Now it's not working again. You see? Oh man, that's very annoying. I don't get it. I think it's a problem of how these guys are spawned. Let's put it for a second. Let's take this arrow and let's put this clearly here in both of them. Okay. And I'm gonna spawn them outside that. I have also the feeling that this shouldn't need to replicate. It's replicating, but shouldn't be. Unless it's this. Okay, we are changing two things. We can try this now. Yes, I know. Don't be so picky. I don't like that yellow. So far it's not buggy. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna try again with weapons because I need to kill people there. But I think where do I go to install Unreal? Just go to the Epic Games website and just download the launcher and I mean, this is my account, but yeah, you can just go here to Unreal Engine and then you can just download the engine. As simple as that. I don't know where's the launcher, but yeah, in the website, epicgames.com, unrealengine.com. And you can install Unreal Engine 5 if you want to try something new and cool. You're gonna enjoy. There are tons of tutorial and documentation, and I recommend you if you are starting with Unreal Engine and you want to start game development, I recommend you to go to the Epic Launcher. This is where you start Unreal Engine, but also your projects, library, the marketplace. I recommend you have an entire dedicated tab here called Learn, where you can start from scratch. Start with Unreal Engine 4. Hey Leo Beta, how are you? So I recommend you, if you are starting with Unreal Engine, just go here and, get started with Unreal Engine. And you have an entire dedicated tutorials, but also projects, documents. It's like, okay, level designer, quick start, artist, quick start, programming, quick start, And you can start from here, like up and running, very classics, required setup, tell you how to do the project, navigation, how to create things, how to create your first level. Okay, so it's very fun. I really enjoyed the process of learning Unreal Engine back in the days, and just start with the official documentation. And if I can recommend you something, watch my first live stream 1 year ago that I really prepared. One of the only ones that I really prepared like quite a lot. It was called Unreal Engine. I don't remember. It was Unreal Engine. It's just because I prepared that for starters. What was the name? Here. Holistic approach. I recommend you, let me just avoid the ads. I recommend you this one. Obviously it's me, but I think filmmaking with Unreal Engine, a holistic approach. Really interesting. Just for starters, again, don't expect something like crazy, but I think is the one of the only ones that I feel proud is that one. Because back in the days I prepared the things. No worries, happy to help. Welcome to the community. If you are considering using Unreal Engine, the more the better. The more the better. Okay, so let's test this with proper weapons. And let's see if we still have the bug or not. First things first, I'm not gonna show up. I'm gonna spy them. I don't feel the bug yet. I don't know why there is a guy here though. And that's a problem of world partition. Sometimes not all the actors, look at these guys. You remember I deleted these guys and they are hanging out there like having fun, like okay, chilling. Oh my god. What the fuck? Where the fuck is going this guy? Anyway. Oh. Hello. So we got a problem there because I can't test this until I'm sure that everyone is... You see these guys here? Very annoying. Okay, so let's save. Let's open a new map. 1 second. It's tiny trick with a potential crash. Let's open new world. Let's open again the map. Why it's not showing out the new world too, man? Levels, new world. Ah, it's new world 1. Ah, it's new world 1, okay. And now, cool, now these guys are not showing up. I hope. Okay, I understand there is a 1 here that is being silly. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna save again. Everything looks correct. Okay, let's play and let's spy on them to see if there is something else going on. Who is alive? Who are you? Oh. Oh, they are spawned. They are spawned. They are spawned from a very far area. This is very, very, very bizarre. Because until I'm not inside this circle, they should not spawn. And the only thing I'm thinking is that wow. I need to reproduce that. Okay, so this is broken. It shouldn't spawn enemies unless I'm in the circle. So what the hell is going on here? This is the spawner, okay? This basically in the begin play is gonna start a timer every 3 seconds. It's gonna check for something. I'm gonna delete this so far, just as an experiment. Careful with that. Careful with this, yeah. Okay, so we start here and then this starts to run. It's gonna check for anything that is a player. Anything that is a player. And if finds something, it's gonna spawn something. So what I want to do here is to print this just to debug. And let's put this in a beautiful color, like yellow, during a lot of time. I don't care how much. And let's see if this is true, because actually there are no players. This is a kind of collision channel, only for the players I created. Okay, let me play normal. And let me true. It's saying true. this is becoming quite interesting already. Something is marked as player. Wow. 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 I think this is the bug of everything. I think this was the absolute bug of all the things happened before. Because so nothing is happening now. I guess no one is spawned. Fuck, yeah, I think it's gonna be that. I think it's that. Nothing is happening. Let's go closer. At this point, maybe something happens. There we go. Now they start spawning. And they look that they are not buggy. Yeah. That looks kind of fixed. Time to try this properly. Fighting. Just the final test. I just need collisions. Channels are very painful. If something feels moving weird, check always collision channels. Check that everything is correct. It's a mess always. Most of the cases are collision channels, and in this case it worked well in single player, but in multiplayer didn't work because this sphere, this overlap only exists in server, so it was colliding. The client and the server had different opinions about where to be. So let's test this a couple of times. Okay, I think it's working, so The next thing I want to do is to put this arrow inside again. Okay, let's apply this to all the blueprints, so everything gets applied. That's good. Next step, let's put that is valid. It's gonna fail the cast, but anyway, let's connect this back with a validation check. I can remove this. A couple of things I want to fix very quickly are happening on the dev of the characters. One of them is created by the hero, and this happens on the spawn of the DNA. This I do a lane trace. No, actually happens on the DNA pickup. I do a line trace to check the ground, and I debug this. I don't need to debug this anymore. I can save this. I'm connected to the source control or not? So why can't? Oh, I see. Okay. Hero character, ancestor, walk run. Okay, spawner. The last thing I want to fix is on the death of the ancestors. Dude, 1 second. That's it. I need to fix that. It was bothering me a lot. Okay. On the hero enemy, this thing here, I want to wait half a second, I guess. And the particles, I think they are quite aggressive. So I'm gonna remove the burst. I'm gonna leave just something like this. And I'm gonna make the particles smaller. It's not gonna be perfect, but I guess. Yeah, something simple. Because I feel like the particles, they are blocking too much. I want to do a proper integration later in the future with a better style. Okay. And now we can try this again. I hope everything works as expected. We start to clean up code a bit. Let's also yeah, it's less distracting. Okay. Okay. I'm scared, but not completely scared. Because later looks fixed. Yeah, it's like it's happening again. You know one thing that doesn't make any sense. One thing that doesn't make any sense is this tiny house for these big guys. That can confuse a lot everything here. So let's be more kind. A minimum, let's offer something like this. I feel like that could be one of the problems. Like the AI is colliding up and down, the server is confused. I hope it's that, man. I hope it's that, because otherwise I'm really confused of what is going on there. I think it's again, I think it's the sum of many things. But let's try this one now. Damn. Why they are spawning the fucking floor? I need to check if it's something server, because it doesn't happen on client. That's the annoying part. In client, doesn't happen. Okay, let's see what this spawns. It's not spawning because it's failing the collision. And here? Oh, damn it. Let's see here. Aha. And you don't have problems. Hola hermano, ¿cómo estás? That looks fixed. And that brings me... Hey, thank you for subscribing. Okay. Clearly, the problem is when these guys are spawned here. Now, I want to check if it's a problem of collision or it's a problem of this specific mesh. Because I got a new theory and it's related with nanite. If I go to this mesh is using nanite, and this mesh has a proxy. This is the proxy. How much percent for the final game, you mean? Or how much percent of the work I wanted to do today? But today I made this week in general, I made a massive push. So this is the proxy nanite, and this is the normal mesh. The proxy nanite is used for two things: navigation meshes and collisions. I'm extremely suspicious that the problem could be the proxy mesh. The game is hard to tell because we want to do a presentation by the end of this year, which is a trailer of a cinematic plus gameplay, and depending on that we can decide how big is gonna be the game. If we got support by investors or third parties, we will try to extend and to expand the game. If we don't have a lot of support, we will scale down the game. But at the end of the day, the deadlines are gonna be pretty flexible. I'm not avoiding the answer, but it's more like, I guess, it just depends a lot. If I have to do this game with a team of 2-3 people, considering this is not gonna be a massive multiplayer game and things like that, I can feel that this is in the 20% of the game. Still a lot to do, but that's okay. It's the plan. 20%, 15%, 20%, something like that. I can tell you exactly when I feel any project, at least in my experience in VFX or short films, it hits the 50%, and we are yet far from that 50%. So feeling that we are far from that 50, I can tell we are 25, 10, 15, something like that. Because what we are doing now is to build the prototype. Later starts the real level design, storytelling, cinematics, all the animation. Okay, so I think this was the problem, the proxy mesh. So to keep debugging the mesh, I'm gonna put the guys spawning here on top. Let's see what happens in this situation. So only happens when they are spawned inside the building. Shit. I think so. Okay. Next test. We are gonna put this. Dude, I think you know what I think? I think I'm gonna copy this location. I'm gonna copy that location. I'm gonna put a dummy here. I'm gonna paste. Oh, of course, it's fucking relative. For fuck's sake. Wow, careful with this. Ha! This is the real location, which means these guys start here because the pivot is here, and that will explain everything. That will explain everything. Wow, that could explain everything. This means that this arrow here needs to be actually around here. I believe. And let's test this out. I think now it's fixed. I think now it is fixed. I think it's fixed. It's fixed. That's working now. That's working now. Okay, so all the problem was this position here. Can put this a little bit lower. And then send this to all the instances and save. That was a big one. I'm really happy I got this done. So I can test this maybe in the other level. Let's put now some dummies. What is this? Dummy, okay. What is this shitty music? Okay, done. So we can test this now here. The proper level design map. You're failing, motherfucker. You're failing again. Oh, I mean, of course you're failing. You don't have the correct scale. I need to put that correct. Hey. Dude, we agreed on... What? This is not a fucking scale, dude. Let's try that. Bye. Hello. That looks like working. I guess those are good news. But we need to test it more. What are the... Someone is an enemy here. Huh. Uh-huh, okay. Just because this is bigger, I need to... it's always calculating who is around, so if there are enemies, it's not gonna spawn more. It's a kind of... It's a way of balancing the amount of enemies in the map. Anyway, you're retarded. Can be. Fuck. Okay, so at least it's working. No problems with the capsule. Wow. Calm down, man. Okay. Oh, wow. Hello. 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 Okay, guys. I think that's enough for today. Anyway, thank you for being here. Long push. How much time we were streaming? I feel like quite a bit. I don't know. Whatever. I think it's enough. I'm gonna keep pushing a bit off screen, but more boring than this. Yes, it can be even more boring. But thank you for being here. I will do this time to time. If you are new, just to let you know, I usually, in the last weeks, I've been doing this almost every day. So maybe you find this useful. Thank you for watching. See you soon.